Welcome back to Front of the Bench, everybody. As always, it's Eric, and today we're back with another episode. This one's going to be a little bit of a show recap video, along with opening up a high box of 2020-2021 extended series. So here we go. I wanted to shout out, I've seen a lot of people this weekend, and I appreciate every single one of you guys, like I said, that stopped by to see me. A lot of people who said that they recognized the channel and everything else. I did have up, once again, that I signed that the girlfriend made at the booth, at the table. I'm knocking stuff over here. Is that going to stay? That is not going to stay, so we're just going to move that over there. This is professional. But lots of people stopped by. I didn't end up recording. I was going to, and then a lot of things happened, and we'll get into that. But just like I said, we'll do like a recap video, everything else. This box was also kind of like bulgy. This was like under there. I don't know if it was just like got moved around in shipping. Maybe it's a good luck box. Who knows? We'll find out. But yeah, like I said, it was good. Got to, like I said, see a lot of people, meet a lot of people. Acadian Cards stopped by. He's another channel here on YouTube, so it was nice seeing him. Had a nice little chat for a bit. It's the joys of the hobby. It's, especially the last couple of years, a lot of people haven't met each other. You hear about it all the time. People that they're meeting people for the first time when they're meeting them at shows. But it's kind of nice to see some actual people in person. So this one's going to be one of those victories. And this one's probably one of the better ones you can get. Connor McDavid. So there we go. Actually, I think this is the McDavid insert. I don't think it is the maybe it is. I'm not sure. I think there's a McDavid insert. Yeah, never mind. It's the insert. I thought it was the other victory one, but there we go. Connor McDavid insert. Put that over there. Yeah, get to meet him. Get to talk to, like I said, a lot of other people too. It was nice to meet everybody. Did pretty well for the first show. I try to be as organized as possible. And you guys would have saw that on my last video. I think it was my last video. I was trying to like price everything out, and I think it worked out pretty well. Kind of had a lot of value bins, had everything else, but like I said, we did pretty good overall. Michael Del Zotto, we got a first young gun. We're looking for Michael Bunting, but Michael Del Zotto, Dmitry Kulikov, somebody else underneath him, that's fine though. Josh Levo, and this is going to be Jacob Ingram, goalie prospect for the Kings. I don't think he's really playing at all. 2000, so he's still only 22, still a young guy. So there we go, put him over there, first young gun hit. Yeah, it was good. Had, like I said, a lot of value boxes. Had the showcase set up. People were asking me about HGA and how my experience was with them grading. I always had a good experience with HGA. The only issue I literally only had was when I subbed with somebody else. I got my Sorokin came back, and it's got a great big old white hair in the middle of the slab. So that was like the only issue I ever had. But I kind of just said, like, look, if you're looking for PSA values, it's not going to happen. Tyson Barrie, another rookie. This one's going to be another goalie for the Blue Jackets. This is going to be Cam Johnson. So I'm still missing a couple young guns for this. I can't remember the exact list. Maybe I'll put right over here what I'm missing. So Travis Konechny, Bluger, Ryan Dzingel, and a Michael McLeod. But yeah, we did a lot of sales. I did a big trade. These are kind of my card show pickups. So the two on the end, the Josh Rosen, red, white, blue, kind of the barbershop look there, and the Joey Bosa at a 25. Literally at the end of the show, I walked around for the last 10 minutes because I hadn't, I got to the show, was busy the whole time. So like I had a buddy that said, I'll watch we're getting another young gun. Is this going to be like one of those weird boxes? Like I've heard stories about these weird boxes that have like 20 some young guns in them. If that's the case, I will take it. Juuso Valimaki, Matt Murray, Johan Larsson, and a goalie, just a goalie box here. Joseph Coroner. There we go. Sharks goalie prospect. We'll put him over there. Mitch Marner, Devin Dubnyk, and a Ryan McDonough. But yeah, so I just walked around, I was trying to see what I could find, and one of them had a dollar bin, and so I found the Josh Rosen in the dollar bin. I'll pick up Josh Rosen for $1. I like Josh Rosen. A lot of people don't. I think he got a raw deal. Maybe that'll be another video I got, but in like kind of a warning for investing into football cards. This is gonna be a finite. Gustafson, Adam Lowry, and Anze Kopitar. So those finites, these are numbered out of like 3,000. So super high numbered, because that's all Upper Deck seems like to do. And then, yeah, one of his other bins, he had the Joey Bosa. $5 for the two of them, $5 Canadian. Pretty good. It's like $4 American. I'll take a Josh Rosen Prism and then a Joey Bosa at 25 as a Chargers fan. I'll do that every day of the week. Alex Pietrangelo. Come on, man. These are always sticking. Like a couple months old. Braden Holtby. Eric Stahl. And a French variant of Derek Forbort. There we go. A couple other guys. Zadorov. Weird in a Chicago uniform. And then I had a guy. You guys might have seen it on the channel before. I had a Mac Jones at a 75 impeccable auto. Impeccable's my favorite product, but I'm definitely no New England Patriots fan. And he kind of was looking around, looking at a bunch of stuff. He saw it and he said, I got some stuff to trade if you're interested. I said, oh, maybe. Like, let's see what you got. And he offered up the Joe Burrow. So here is Ty Smith. Pretty good D-man over there for the Devils in the rebuild. And I was like, yeah, I looked up some comps, and anyways, I said, yeah, you know what? A PSA 10 Joe Burrow silver. It's kind of hard to see from there, but it's a silver, not just the base. I guess you can probably see it in the name too if you really look closely. But yeah, I was like, no, what? I'll do that. I think Burrow, maybe I try to sell it, later on, closer to the season. Maybe I try to sell it now. I haven't decided yet. But I thought that was a pretty good trade. It's a card that I had for a while before in the Mac Jones that, I didn't find it was as liquid, but Dylan Cousins in the Dazzlers. So there's that rookie Dazzlers right there. Owen Tippett, Jordan Kyrou, and a Drake Jula. But yeah, so that was my big trade, probably my biggest move of the day. The value of that card, I think I did in total for sales. What I figure out, it's pretty good. It was like $590, I think, Canadian, in sales, and then I did that trade too. So if I sell that, I think right now that's valued around like $750. So it's again pretty good day, even without the trade. But Pietrangelo, Gorgiev, and Sharon Govich. I was actually talking about him yesterday. Showing up here, a couple other guys. Igor, Sharon Govich. But yeah, so I thought for my first ever show, pretty good. I had my couple bins. I had my Young Guns bin with the other hockey stuff, so that was all priced out at that was all priced out at, I don't know, whatever, $2, $5, and $10. Some little bit of deals, and if somebody came up, I tried to make the best deal I could with them. It's one of those things I kind of thought about it going into it. I said, well, I want to come back to these. I want people to kind of come see me. Obviously, the card community is not huge. We got an Ian Mitchell for the Blackhawks. The card community is not huge, especially where I am. We're not talking thousands of people like the Dallas show or whatever. So a lot of it's probably going to be the same guys over and over and over again. So I just kind of, if I can make a deal with somebody, pretty good. I really don't think anybody walked away from the table without actually getting the deal done. There was one that I kind of countered back once or twice to him, but then eventually ended up working out. So we got Chris Kreider, and this one's going to be Connor McDavid. This is out of the Pros and Prospects out of 1,000. There we go. Pros and Prospects. Connor McDavid. This is the Connor McDavid box. If I got to hit a pros and prospects, once again, that is numbered. I am not going to complain that it is a Connor McDavid. Numbered McDavid is pretty good. So there we go. It was a pretty good show. I ran in there all kinds of shambles. Got up and realized that the one thing I forgot to do was to grab money out of the bank the day before. So I didn't have any change. I didn't have any bills. I didn't have anything. So even for like my $2 bin, my $3 bins, my $5 bins, my $10, if somebody just wanted to buy one $3 card, I had no change to give to them. So I had to go to the bank. My plan was like, okay, I'm going to go to the bank, take some money out from the teller, and then I'll just stop at a gas station and I'll buy something with like a $20 bill and just ask them if they can give me back, some change. If I have to stop at one or two just to kind of get a couple of dollars worth of it, that's fine. Showed up early to the bank, and for some reason my bank card wasn't working, and I was like, corporate retire. So there I am, and now the show starts at 9, and show starts at 9, and here I am having to wait till 9 till it happens. And once again, I'm lucky, like pretty small show. I only had a showcase, so the only thing I had to bring in was the showcase, my little black, slab case type of thing. And then I brought in 4 boxes, and then I brought in some wax. So I didn't have that much stuff to bring in. It wasn't like I had like 70 boxes to bring in or anything like that. But I now had to wait for 9 o'clock for them to open. So I'm literally waiting there for them to open the doors. I already saw it. Extended series. This is going to be the checklist for Alexei Heponiemi and Arthur Kaliev, who actually just got a fine for a cross check. But there we go. Boom. Another one. We'll just throw this in a sleeve. I think this is only worth, you would have seen $2 or $3, but Arthur Kaliev, he's actually pretty good. I watched a couple of LA King games, and he actually kind of popped out a little bit. But so sitting there 9 o'clock, they're waiting. Literally, as soon as I get in, I go to the teller, go see that person, and they're like, what do you want? I said, well, I'll take this much with this much, this, for American, if you're listening to loonies and toonies, that's our coins, our $1 and our $2. Looney is $1, toonies are $2. The more you know. $5, $10, $20. I was like, can I get this much for each one of those? And they came back and they're like, yeah. Guy goes print it out, comes back. He's like, oh, sorry, we're having issues with our machine. It hasn't popped out any of your 5 or 10s. And it printed out all your 20s except for one. And I was like, okay, so you had to wait, get the manager over there. It was like 9:15 before I left the place. I was like, of course. We got a D-man for the Maple Leafs, Mikko Lehtinen. So we have a pretty decent, he had a Maple Leafs card. It'd be worth a couple bucks, I'm sure. Mikko Lehtinen, Young Guns. But so I was like, all kinds of shambles, and that's half the reason why I didn't do anything for the rest of it, because I kind of got in there, and then I, struggling to get everything set up and get everything organized, and then people were just coming through, and at that point I was like, well, I'm not going to be out there. And it was a not crazy pace, but it was pretty steady the whole day through. So I was like, I'm not going to get out from behind, kind of try to set up a camera some way, see how it looks, test it, this and that. Like, I was just like, no, that's on me. Next one we'll try to be better. Past Luke Kunin, Steven Nosen, and a Jack Hughes. She had a guy try to trade me for a Jack Hughes. A couple of cards that came up. I kind of told everybody, like, you got something, I'll look at it. Looking to buy it. Whether they're kids, whether they're whoever. And then I had to explain to a couple of them about centering and stuff, just because I think the Jack Hughes was off for centering left to right. It was just off a little bit. I said, I probably wouldn't be interested, just because I'm going to buy something. Some stuff I want to keep, but I want to probably grade it. And other people might be thinking that too. So something you got to look at, like, you kind of got to know how to, like, look at some of these cards to kind of check for, like, centering and stuff, unless it's graded. But you want to kind of just know what you're getting yourself into. Jack Eichel, I was offered one of him too. It was also a little off center. Ben Hutton, Derek Brassard, and here's our retro Young Guns. This is going to be for the Sabres, Dylan Cousins. There we go. Not a bad name for the tribute Young Guns. We'll throw him in a sleeve. We'll throw him in a top loader. That's kind of why I like these extended series boxes. I know they don't have the crazy hits, right? I guess they have the option for a couple of crazy hits, but they don't have like the flagship Young Gun like a Lafreniere or a Kaprizov or Stützle from last year. But you kind of guaranteed a little bit of a base with this because the tributes give you an extra Young Gun. And they're, once again, not as worth as much as the regular ones, but they're pretty good insert nonetheless. They still go for a decent amount of money. But yeah, so I was just had to explain to a couple of the kids, like, look, or even a couple people, like, I wouldn't be interested in that one. I probably just, once again, don't want to deal with something off center or whatnot. Matt Martin, Eric Holla, Bobby Ryan. That was just a random card. Pulled a trick on you. And a Nick Robertson in the Ovation. There you go. Premier Prospects. Nick Robertson, once again, another Leafs guy. Probably a couple dollar card. Josh Norris, Scott Mayfield, and a Max Adomi. But yeah, overall, like I said, pretty good show. I can't complain in the slightest. Got rid of some cards, which is always the issue. What did I move? I moved Theo Maladon I had. I moved Miro Heiskanen I had. It's a decent amount of stuff overall. I just thought it was a pretty good show. People were buying stuff. So Connor McDavid and an Anze Kopitar. There we go. We'll get him out of the way. Connor Timmins, Nick Cousins, Steve Orr, and a Jack Johnson. But there was a couple guys. We were upstairs, and a couple of guys were saying that, like, even when I went downstairs was definitely the play for a table. But those guys, whoever has tables already for the downstairs part of the show, they're already like locked in. So, you know, I didn't have a table before this show, so I'm stuck upstairs. But downstairs, it was probably, definitely busier, I'd say. But next time, you never know. Maybe I get a chance to go downstairs. If not, once again, I still did pretty good. I can't complain in the slightest. Elias Pettersson, Slater, Kiokic, Derek Grant. And this one's just a base pack. I don't remember being a base pack in extended series. Maybe one. I think there is one. But like I said, even next time, I'm hoping to be a little more. I was organized for so much stuff, but not for the money thing. It's just the one thing I overlooked. Ian Cole, Oli Mata. Here we go. Young Gun. This might be our last Young Gun, I think. That's the center for the Blackhawks. Aritz Johnson. So once again, I can kind of show on this one a little bit. But when you're looking at cards, people, if you're younger, watching this for the first time, centering is a big thing. So centering is, the easiest way to put it, is you're kind of looking at where the C is, where the edge of that C, and the edge of the R. So you see how the C is quite a bit closer to the right edge than the R is to the left edge. You kind of want that in the middle. So if you get too far over to the edge, it's off center. Means it probably wouldn't grade the best. Maybe it grades a 9. Maybe it grades, if there's other issues with the card, it could grade less. But 9 would probably just be from the centering for something like that. So you're just always looking at that when you're picking up cards. If you just want the raw card, that's fine. Or if you're just looking for a quick flip, whatever it is, that's fine. But higher end cards, that might be something you want to kind of keep an eye out for. And then there's also like a top to bottom. Usually it's the top for Young Guns. It's the top of the upper deck logo and kind of the bottom of the G. So you kind of keep an eye on that. So once again, there's my tip of the day. Just because some people don't realize it. Even one of the guys, I think I have a Drake Batherson where it's got a dinged up little bottom corner. I like the card and everything else, but I kind of made sure he knew it. Especially if it's one thing if it's a $2 card, like you look at the card yourself, $2, $5, whatever. Look at the card yourself, but I think that one I had like $25 on it or $35 on it, so it's like just so you notice in case you didn't see it on the bottom corner. He said he appreciated that. Wayne Simmons, Comtois, Derek Forbort, and it's another numbered card. This is random and weird. This one is at a 500. This is a Dylan Larkin in the, what is this, Reflections? Yeah, Reflections. So this one's got a little bit more of a foil to it. What an odd box. 127 out of 500. It's number 71. There's a 1 and a 7 in that first number. It's essentially an eBay 1 of 1 right there, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how are you? Yeah, like I said, hopefully next time any of you guys want to stop out, make sure you do. Come say hi. There's another show in Fredericton. I don't know if I'm going to go to that, which is a couple hours, 2 hours away. I don't know if I'll go to that. I might. That's in a couple weeks. See how my schedule is. Kiefer Sherwood and an Andre Vasilevsky. There we go. Jake Allen, Nico Hischier, this you, and a Nolan Patrick. So last 2 packs. I just noticed my phone says it's down to 5%. So I'm just going to lower the brightness a little bit. Sorry for all the shaking here. Try to make through the last 2 packs here before the camera dies. But yeah, hopefully see some of you guys out at the next show. I think it's the third Sunday of every month. So it's our third Saturday of every month. So it's pretty easier to track. Jordan Roberts and Nordstrom, Anze Kopitar, and another Dylan Cousins. This one is the rookie class. So no big hits, but I say that, but we got the McDavid, we got the Larkin. I don't know, extended series. I was just hoping to get young guns that I don't have, and I'm pretty sure I didn't hit a single one of them. Ryan Strom, because I remember seeing every one of these so far. NHL All-Stars, Bertuzzi, Jonathan Huberdeau, and a Leon Draisaitl. In the NHL, does that look different? No, just the regular neon, or the regular navy blue. Yep, apparently. But there we go. That's the extended series once again. Thank you guys all. Once again, very happy with the show. Very happy with the setup. It was good, and I'm happy to pick up that Burrow. I think that's, for me, probably, it's more of a flagship product. It's a PSA 10, so it's already graded, so people kind of like that stuff too. So for me, I think that was a good pickup. Maybe he has more luck with that Mac Jones. Maybe the Mac Jones is just a PC item for him. Whatever it is, to me, I thought it was a pretty good trade for me and kind of going forward. So hopefully everyone enjoyed this episode. And for Eric from the bench, talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.